What's the first red flag of an abusive partner? Tracking your every move. Where did you go? Who was there? What did you do? That turns into trying to control those things. The silent treatment. Over what is essentially nothing. Literally not acknowledging you for days on end because, for example, you didn't put the washing away as soon as it was dry. Isolation. My cousin is an extremely family-oriented person. Never missed a holiday, plans trips and game nights and get-togethers. Goes out of her way to spend time with family. After the start of her new relationship, she started to become less and less involved with the family. When you see a core personality trait of your loved one vanish, red flag. Disrespecting your boundaries or trying to push you into changing a no into a yes by asking a million times. That's how they know they can exert power over you if they're forceful enough. They are quick to casually tear you down or say something extremely hurtful, and then say, "Hey, I was kidding, can't you take a joke?" First sign. All of my exes are crazy. Most serious sign. When their actions are incongruent with their words. Example, saying "I would never hurt you" and then doing something hurtful the next day. When they start talking or acting like they are more important or better than you. Basically the point in which they stop treating you as an equal. Making you comfortable enough to confide your weaknesses in them only to immediately use them against you. Trying to control who you look at, what you think about, and everything else you do, unless they direct you. Being jealous of people who you have never met, and will likely never see again in your life. Constantly needing to know where you are and who is with you. And never believing you when you tell them anything. Emotional manipulation. Little comments or responses to invoke pity for them, to get you to do what they want. Playing on your insecurities and constantly criticizing you, your choices, wants, and opinions. Sometimes in a joking, sarcastic, playful manner. Other times, they will put you down, embarrass, or humiliate you in front of others. Mine was hearing they were complaining about you, about things that were outside of your control. Control. /on literally anything and everything. So much so that they make you believe it's you doing it to yourself, or if you don't you are doing something very wrong. First dinner, he chronically complained about his ex-wife and the people he worked with. Everything was someone else's fault. Major red flag. Being really angry and dismissive anytime you get upset by their actions. Telling you that you're overreacting, that it's no big deal, and you should be less sensitive. Making you think that you're acting crazy for being unhappy when they treat you badly. It's the beginning of the process of breaking down your boundaries, so that over time you'll come to just accept worse and worse treatment. You become conditioned to believe that your feelings don't matter. Silent treatment. If you say or do something they are not okay with, they just go radio silence, won't talk about it, won't express their disagreement. They just flat ignore you until you figure it out and then blame for not understanding the signs. Not respecting your boundaries or your feelings, expecting you to bend or break boundaries, just for them. Love bombing from the beginning, then reducing it when you get close and bombing you again when they feel the need to manipulate your feelings. The very first temper explosion that happens when you don't immediately go along with whatever they want. If they freak out, especially if it's a small issue, fucking run. At best, they are incredibly immature, at worst they're a narcissistic piece of shit. Either way, win-win. Putting you on a pedestal when the relationship is new and exciting, setting you up for failure if you can't maintain ops happiness. Inability to apologize for anything. Classic sign of narcissism because they A. lack empathy to care they hurt you, and B. are so insecure they can't bear to believe they *CKED up. Can I get your passwords? It's not cute, at all. I was too naive back then. I had his fingerprint in my phone so he had access 24/7, but he'll lose his shit when I just laid my hand on his phone. He ended up hacking my WhatsApp and looking at all my chats with my online friends. I logged him out many times, it'll pop up as a WhatsApp web login, then he'd be pissed the next day when I saw him. My ex slowly started making digs at me, like about my weight and the way I dressed, then got more and more mentally abusive, then moved on to physical abuse. The subtle things. They will be very slow, methodical and insidious about it. the backhanded compliments, making you doubt your own judgment on things. They isolate you from loved ones and try to have a monopoly on your social life. And so on. Saying I love you way too soon and moving things along fast in general. Soliciting pity and using it to justify manipulative behavior. Especially using mental health issues as an excuse. And like others have said, attempting to isolate you from the people and things you care about. Making being your partner their first personality trait. This turns into losing hobbies and friends, and eventually taking yours away with your time. Once they tell you you're truly all they need, you're trapped. I would say subtle gaslighting. Making you feel in the wrong even when you're probably right over small things. Definitely something to watch out for. I don't know that there is a first, really. I think the traits of abusive behavior happen in no particular order and / or multiple things at once / all at once. I guess to be meta about it, the first red flag would be something like the first time you make excuses that what you're seeing isn't what you're seeing. If you can't talk about how you feel, without them interrupting to tell you their feelings or dismiss yours. Man, some of these comments really hit home. I broke up with a girl I was dating last night. She flipped out because we were going to go meet her friends at a bar and she wasn't drunk enough. The two main ones that others have also noted: nothing is their fault ever, it's always the other person is crazy / against them / out to get them. And not letting you spend time on your own, calling you constantly and telling you they miss you etc. My ex always criticized me. I was stupid to believe him and thought there was something wrong with myself. If you're a boy or a girl and they say unfriend all of your opposite gender friends, all of the opposite gender you should be seeing on social media is me. I've seen that with one of my friends, that's a girl by the way, unfollowed me and every guy on social media except her ex, which she got back with, so I bet that relationship is going great. I'm going to do a list as what happened to me. And #X200B. 1. Leaving a call if I was talking to a friend we both shared, then messaging me a sad face. 2. Talking back / *T about my parents. 3. Telling me he's going to kill himself if I break up with him. 4. Making my suicide attempt about him. 5. Tell me to off myself. 6. Once I did break up with him, he pretended to be dead, causing me to panic. Any sign of abuse? Abuse can come in any shape or form. Arguments are normal in a healthy relationship. It's what happens before, during and after that can be flagged. It doesn't have to be active verbal, emotional or physical abuse. Gaslighting, isolating you from family and friends, joking about negativities involving you constantly, making you dependent on them. The moment something starts, it only gets harder to step away.